the raids are finished. We've got Hero of the Village. Everything is all fine and dandy. Come down here. Yoink. So this is where I've been sorting out the emeralds. Let's sleep real quick. Got a secret bed. So up here is my autonomous killing chamber. And where's my... oh no. Uh-oh. Bad boom piggy. Okay. So, what? Oh. So up here we have an autonomous automatic killing chamber for, this is the pillager outpost stuff. So we have the tripwires and everything, which then starts a trident killer thing. And so then that got more over there, and then that all funnels through into here. Etc. With all the excess thrown into lava. Alright, now that we have... I don't want to look at that Enderman. Now that we have finished the stacking, let's do a world tour, and then this will be then I'll sign off on this season of GuildRock, because it finishes on Saturday. Today is Thursday, but I will be away when the season actually closes, so what better way than to sign off live on stream with all of you lovely people. Bro, I've got regeneration and netherite armor. Actually got netherite trimmed silent. Netherite silent trimmed netherite armor. Yes. So, let's tour. So obviously we have the... there we go, we can see them working. We have the outpost here with the raid farm and everything. This one is concrete converter. Because of my low hyping, it's a lot more efficient to slowly place the blocks and do that rather than your traditional concrete converter. Next up, we've got a... well, we can take this one down now. So good. So in here, we have all these mason villages. While I was unable to play on the server, someone messed up and allowed a villager out. Oh no, killed a villager? I don't know, whatever it was. I couldn't be bothered putting him back in place. So we have all our mason villages here. All of them sell quartz, not pillar quartz. And yeah, so all the above, got all the different terracottas and everything, and the clock is to help trading. So this was originally the breeding village for the raid farm, and then I just kind of finished it off, bred them up and turned them all into mason villages. So then we have our storage here, which most of you have probably seen. It's just, we can just chuck everything in. So that kind of comes down here and all gets processed, gets split into shulkers, and into over here it splits into stackable and non-stackable. And then so the stackables come down here. Oops. So the stackables all get loaded into here, and then when that kind of empties, it goes up into the stackable distribution area, and then the non-stackables come in here. Occasionally we get some non-stackables, so it's not... it needs work. not quite perfect, just because of timings and lag and stuff. Sometimes non-stackables get through. Anyway, so then gets fired into here, and we use this snow block to combine them together. So instead of it going like that, that just gets away from the hopper cooldown. So it comes up here, and then let's go around here. So this pressure plate here is a hopper locking thing, comes along here, and if it can get picked up, there we go. So if we look down here, all of these autocraft. So if there's like, oh, down the end, actually, yeah, we can get through. So if we come down here, for example, if nuggets come through, then they get autocrafted into ingots and then into blocks. And the same thing for like the gold and everything. All the things that can be decrafted, they all get sent into there. So it's a pretty smart system from that perspective. So that's all that. And then I've got an AFK area here. Like so. So for everything to process, one of the things that I don't like is that it's single speed hopper loaders, so like that distribution system has to be slowed down to cater for it. So then everything all goes into shulker loaders. So we have display shulkers, so it loads in like there. And then once that is full, it breaks and drops it into there. This is the storage on GuildRock. More iron. I have a bit of iron. Not nearly as much because I used so much. Yeah, so that's all there. Like when I was digging it out, I got a random, and yeah, just a random zombie spawner here, and then down here. So one of the good things about this, and I highly recommend it if you can for your storage area, down here, there's a spider spawner there, not a cave spider, a spider spawner, and then there's a skeleton spawner there. So by standing right on this block, I was able to activate both of them at the same time, which is pretty cool. And so, you know, you can, I mean, you have to be in the area loading the storage anyway. So at least it will, like, you can heal up your tools and everything. So this is a trident killer design that I came up with for spiders so that they can kind of fall down. So the signal travels around, and you have the repeaters. Set to, is it 7? Yeah, so it's a 4 and a 3. And that I found was the right one. So I got a bit of string and stuff. Should put it into storage, but I can't be bothered at this point. I don't think we have a warden farm this season, but we definitely had one over the last, like as in last season and the season before. Sure. All that. This one here I'm pretty happy with. So this is a octa hole. So you got the stuff down there. It looks kind of complicated. Basically what happens, the items flow across here, hits this pressure plate which unlocks all the hoppers, allows it, and then it kind of goes through here, and each of these are literally just signal strength 3 filters. You know, pretty simple filter that I've shown many times. So then it goes around here, like the items would flow over here, and they just come around the corner and just flow down, and then once they get to the end there, they drop down to the next level, and using the amethyst, so these are the large amethyst clusters, and using that so it hits into there and keeps it aligned along there so that the hoppers can pick them up. And that's literally how the system works. So this is something that would be really easy to implement anywhere, and you get heaps of storage. So one of the good things about it being Octo is that you can have like all the different colors right the way across. Yes, and so then like the overflow for like all the non-stackables kind of come into here, and so all these. And the cool thing about these, you just kind of throw it out and it replaces it. So if I was to throw that there, it replaces it like so. And then anything overflow, yes, if you load and unload the area, occasionally things skip over the filters. It's annoying occasionally, but most of the time it's been pretty good system. Let's grab some more for the tour. And then this is our auto crafting on-demand shulkers. So they fill up in there. Anything that, like when you throw in shulkers, anything left over kind of comes in here, which is why we've got a blue one. But yeah, it just automatically crafts them as needed. So you never run out. So that's pretty cool. And then we have this area here. This was built by Chibi, one of the guild members. And then he left abruptly. We have no idea what happened to him. Hope he's okay. But yeah, built this, which is super cool. And he was working on like a full facade and everything, so yes, that's unfortunate. Alright, so we have bamboo farm here. We've got a shulker farm up here. Overworld shulkers. Come on. Reason I'm doing it this way is because I can't fly. Reason for doing this instead of like the shulker sandwich or something like that. See, when they die, when they're hit by a bullet, then they drop a shulker shell, like so. Anyway, the reason for this is so that we can handle, so we don't have too many mobs loading the area. So I moved my puppy's house here. Hello. Moved my puppy's house here. It was over there. Then we've got full trading hall in here. The wheat farm. So this villager farms the wheat and then just have a cart going there. All this stuff could be more efficient, but it is what it is. So people probably recognize this one, the silverfish armadillo farm infesting, etc. Got a bit of a honey setup here that has been really useful. And then Rusty probably recognizes some of these tree farms. A lot of these are variations on stuff he's done. I do have a creeper farm this season. I think next season I'll probably do both creeper and ghast. So then we've got a playerless tree farm here. This is an inefficient design. So playerless because you don't have to plant the trees. Just kind of flick that on. You don't need to plant the saplings, you just need one. And then it automatically bone meals it if it works. Why are you not going to work now? Come on. Don't make me look bad. Okay, so there. That acacia farm's your most popular video, eh? It's impressive. So it just continues going, and this is actually a visual glitch. If I break this, you'll see it's actually, it stays as a birch sapling. Just looks like it's a log. So that's pretty cool. Yes, so got the acacia cherry farm by Old Rusty, and then here's my pale oak, dark oak farm. So I took part of the mechanics, so like the wall mechanics, I took that from Zolson, who was featured by Silent Whisperer. And I'll be working on the tutorial for this very, very soon. So here's the brain of it down here. You're not the brain of it. You're just a drowned. So here's the brain of it here that handles all lag and all kinds of stuff. So pretty happy with that one. Has automatic shutoffs, has all kinds of cool stuff. Let me get out of here. So then we have this mangrove farm, also by old Rusty, which is like, it makes the demon trees so much easier. You just kind of grab your propagule, turn on the bone meal, turn on the walls. If you plant it there, it grows, and then harvests the mangrove. So this one I do where you can see I've done cherry, acacia, azalea, all those ones. You can do the straight trees with it. Underneath here I have a automatic off switch for the mangrove farm. Let's come around. So then in the walls of it, so if once this grows and pushes out, it comes next to this wall here, which then the observer observes and then sends a signal back to a T flip-flop to turn off the farm there. And then, because we get so many coming out from here, I actually have a cuba coming out the side here, which then fills up that. So we have the pale oak, we have this one, anything else over here? Oh, we've got a stone generator that I showed in the tutorial. That one becomes the moss farm. We've got a moss farm thing here. Then it doesn't do the moss, it just does like the carpets and stuff. Main reason for that was for the azalea bushes. Pretty simple design. And then this one here is a manual tree farm, which if you put stuff over top that, then, oh yeah, we'll show the nether tree farm, I forgot, thanks Rusty. Manual one here, which is where I got all the leaves from. The bamboo farm is one that I've built many, many times, just uses flying machines to go through there. And then there's a note block down here to get the allays to drop it down there. Which then comes down into Autocrafter here. So Rusty, I found the Shroomlight farm to be good enough, like to produce more than enough of the nether tree items, wart and all that. Found that good enough so that I didn't need a separate nether tree farm. I think I did modify the Shroomlight farm a little to maximize the amount of nether tree items. So if we come up here for the Shroomlight farm, is it this one or is it this one? I think it's this one. Nope. Wrong one. This one. So up here I have an auto crafter or auto decrafter. So I just put bone blocks in here and then that transforms them into bone meal. And have I got jump boost? No. So then I use wall stone to move all this around and then into there, so I get all the nether tree stuff from there, and that's more than enough for what I need. Yeah, it's pretty funny. So this is Rusty's design. It uses TNT. Come on. Whoa. Uses well-timed TNT dispensing down there. so one at a time and everything, so you don't lose the blocks. And then it uses the height limit, build limit, so that the trees can't get any higher. Oh, there, that's right. If you haven't already seen it, this is the pit of Wolflandia that I finished off in the last one. Got the amethyst geode here that Barn and I carved out. Oops. Let's get back on there. So, is big, is nice and big. So, if we look over here, this is one of the TNT that is permanently exploding. Like, it's an entity, but, like, you can't do anything with it. Like, you can't break it, can't destroy it. You can move it, like with pistons and everything. So I've got a big anvil here. And the colors of this, like the froglight and glowstone colors, were chosen to match up with the nether hub that I've done. So let's go up here. And got an ad break starting soon. I'll pause commentary while that is going on. We have someone built a watcher here, so I chopped its head off and covered it in trees. Over here we have a witch farm, just a standard witch farm. So autocraft, well, what am I doing? Autocrafts the redstone that comes through into blocks and then shoves it into the area with the blocks. So this is a pretty simple witch farm. Witch farms don't need to be overcomplicated. It's literally just trident killer in there. There's like one spot that the witches can spawn on. And over here we have an auto brewer. I've done a better auto brewer setup and everything. Got a video on that which has like automatic what's the one? Awkward potion. That was awkward. So auto brewer there, and then we have a splash infestation. The snowmen kind of fall down here. They as they fall down, they get splashed with infestation, turned into silverfish, and then out of these dispensers we fire oozing. So we get the oozerers. So let's hit up the farms over here. So we have so there's a lukewarm ocean right here. Yep, this is going to be my last stream of the season, and this will be the last time that I play on the season, so I'll sign off on this season. So here's my fish farm that I've shown. So it uses the mechanics from Old Rusty. So these doors, I hate my ping. Yeah, so this is basically what I deal with every time I try and go through a iron door. So we just kind of stand on here, and this is the perfect spot so that everything all spawns in this area. And if you just saw that, so these fish are swimming to the deep water over there, and they disappear because they're outside the distance. So while I stand on there, all the trident killers are going, and they get turned into fish paste. And then down here, everything all gets collected in and everything. So this has been super reliable. This is in a lukewarm ocean, so it produces around 30,000 bone meal an hour. which is pretty good. And we've just got a brand new design from Or TV, which is faster and less work. And so if you combine it with the two, I think old Rusty was saying that he was expecting to get, what, 80,000 bone meal an hour? 80,000 is a little bit more than 30,000. Now, I'm no maths genius, but I can figure that one out. So then we've got a drown farm up there, standard design, use this for all there, but I think I'll be working on different designs in the future. So that if we come out here, got my, where is it? Somewhere along this axis. Got my general mob farm. Now, because on this server, we don't allow sand duping, and so as a compromise, like the husks drop sand. So just over this here. So the general mob farm is built in the desert. There we go, just coming into view. So this is where I got all the TNT for the World Eater. The Pit of Wolflandia. So this sends a signal out to all of the Trident Killers to activate. And because we're on Sim 6, we can build it like this. And so as long as you stay in this chunk, so that this area is one chunk, as long as you stay in here, all these farms are going to be active. And so they kind of spawn and then drop down. It's just a standard general mob farm. Oh, it's a general mob farm that blocks spiders, I should say. So essentially, if I'd put buttons on the roof, it would be a pure creeper farm. So I guess it's more that than, anyway. But yeah, you can see we got a decent amount of sand through there. Then it all goes into the shulker loaders. And the reason why I was running this is so that I can recharge my wings. So then we've got a TNT autocrafter in here. We've got a tutorial on that. Let me, since we're right here, let me show you something which is probably the best thing on this season of GuildRock. This is not my doing. This is Praetorian and Dicky and Barn. And they've just built, like, how good does that look? So they built all this. They've done, like, waterways and everything. They've done a ton of work. Behind this is my Pale Oak Dark Oak farm. And this is kind of their farming district. They've got a bunch of stuff in here. And then there's like a cyberpunk sort of city thing with the floating fish. It's just fantastic. Nom Nom is the name of their guild, which is why it has that. So very, very good builders. And we've got a bit of a metro tunnel. Like, it's just all so well done. Flying train of some sort. Levitating, etc. You know, just like, it's crazy. Crazy how good Minecraft can look. Obviously got the power lines. Outpost gas station. Like, it's just phenomenal. So yes, thought you might like to see that. It's great. So let's... There's a portal over here. Let's go. yeah, I've learnt so much from playing with these guys. And then Praetorian, who I know he did that. He is in my guild next season. He was in my guild in season 6. Somewhere here, there it is. So there's all their farms and everything. So Praetorian was in my guild in season 6 when I first joined. The two of us joined like a week apart. And so then he's going to be in my guild for next season, so that's exciting. And then, because there's a giant desert there, that's why this is built the way it is. So I finished all these tunnels. Finished all that up. So all the tunnels are now complete out to 500. This has been my mega project of the season. So I built the hub, built the tunnels, designed them, everything. All these diagonal ones go out to 500 as well. So love the prismarine and acacia look. So all of these all go out right the way. I've done a fair bit of it on stream as well. So that's cool. Got our quest board here where people can just like put up stuff and all that. We got a map of spawn, which I don't know whether it's up to date, but let's have a look at spawn real quick. And then we'll go shopping district. Red nether brick. I didn't do red nether brick in this one. Mainly because my hub from last season was all red nether brick and I wanted to change. This all comes down here. Someone's done a phenomenal job. Like, people are just so good at all this. So then this is realistically, this is our spawn. People built all kinds of different things. Some people lived in this area. I built this. I don't know what this is doing here. I have no idea who put these on. Kind of did this as part of my video on golem sorting and everything. That's Arcus, they were just on then. And so there was something here, and we were planning on doing a whole thing with like TNT exploding and everything, and there was a premature explosion. I didn't realize that there was some redstone lying about, and so it exploded before it was ready. Anyway, kind of went overboard on the amount of TNT that I used as well, so there was a great crater there. And then so one of the stream days, everyone kind of got together and built a little bit of this, which is why it looks so different. And then Barn built this cathedral thing, I think, on top. And hopefully it's yes. So on one of the stream days, pet me, yes. So I started a raid and got one of these guys there. So then we have behind me, we call it Mount Hoodmore, and so everyone who's worked on the hood, we call this the hood. Everyone who's worked on there has built, well, a lot of people have put their faces on there. So yeah. It's pretty good. It's very laggy in this area because you know I'm serious because I'm face camming it. The reason why it's so laggy in here is because this was primarily the domain of builders. Builders. They're great. They're just not very lag conscious. So this was also on a stream when people built a separate level. Let me just swing around. People built a level for each of the ones on stream day. This is the original village, which we flooded for some reason. Not entirely sure, but yes, we did that. This is the statue of Scotty. Scotty is one of the members, and it's a whole running gag. Whole lot of unfinished ones through there. Villager left the sink running. Okay, that checks out. So we have some members who bit off more than they can chew and then burnt out, as you can tell by the shell. But we've got some super cool builds over here. And up. So Drop Dead Fred is there, which was on one of my stream challenges. So here's lovely build by Kana. And then Max built this one. Awesome area. Love this cathedral. That's cool. Even though it's using simple blocks, looks amazing. Yeah, how good's that? In case you couldn't tell, Max is English. I also built, let's see if it's still there, yep. So I also built a golem sorter here. Oh, he did clean it up. Because Mick had this golem sorter right there, and then they threw down a whole lot of stuff. That's the funniest thing. Who's this? Here lies Maximigo. Yeah, I was planning on doing something similar to this. And then we've got a pack on here. So this is Formidable Bean. He's one of our members, and so so one of our members, Sam, designed this can, and then I turned it into a block so that it's an actual block, but also you can break it and eat it. So it functions as food as well as blocks. So I got that. That's really cool. This is the GF Guild area, and I like right through here. Whoops. There's like a boar going on. It's pretty cool. And then we also have EF. So there's a big rivalry between GF and EF. I don't remember what they stand for, but yes, it's a whole thing. We're better than you. No, we're better than you. This is Carly's, the pork tool. So it's a Piggly Wiggly with a portal. Let's see, I think Super City. Yep. So when you come through the portal, it fires off a wind charge. Because, you know, big farts. And then this one here, this one's Marshall. So I built a reveal thing around here so that when you flipped it, all the sand fell down onto signs and everything. So this is all Carly's area, and she's going to be in my guild as well next season. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, we've got some extraordinarily talented builders. Just like insane. Gotta show you this ship that Bean made. Gotta get it from the right angle. check that out. Like, actually legitimately crazy. And just the detail, like, it looks amazing from far off, and then you see, you see it from up close, and there's just details and details and details. Caramel. Another caramel. Oh, there you go. There's another detail that I was unaware of. Crew bunks and everything. Just crazy. Ooh, that's smart. Using gravity blocks. I like it. Another caramel. So much caramel. But yeah, just amazing build. Whoa, what's this? Build this one. Not seen this one before. Oops. This is insane. Acri built this. Thanks, Kana. Wow. This is amazing. Just like little details, like completely unnecessary. It just adds to it. Far out. That's so cool. Sorry. Where were we? Then over here, we've got more of the EF area. Amazing tree. Simple but effective. Oh, someone had. Is it a manual one? Interesting. Given that it's Bean's area, I wouldn't put it past there being pistons under there. Yeah. Iron farm, but just built in nicely. Just like phenomenal use of colors and blocks and everything. That's the symbol for the EF guild. Then somewhere around here, that's right. Just crazy. One day I'll be like that level of builder. Maybe. I can drag myself away from my redstone contraptions. Just so cool. And then they got their storage here, which, you know, it's fine. It's not automatic though, which is a massive black mark. I'm sorry, but how can you not have automatic storage? It's cool though. It looks nice. Alright. So we have this. Then I think over here's their portal. Yeah, Acri built this area, which fantastic use of depth and everything. Very, very cool. And we come down to this. Whoops. Oh. I did not realize how little food I had. Alright. Oops. Well, where am I going? This way. Think this is right? Yes. Take me to my area. Here we go. So that goes off in different areas. Let's go down and see the farm. So I've got Froglight farm and what else? There's the rest of our portals. Oh, I don't have gold on. First time in a long time that I don't have gold. Should be fine. Yeah, not a problem. Where am I? So, kind of like to hide things. Thanks, Kana. Good plan, Kana. Oh. I think at some point someone broke that, and so they, yes. There's like some glass in there someone broke that I just never got around to replacing. Mainly because it didn't matter until now, I guess. Okay, so down here. This is my tunnel to all the stuff. So there's this will take you to, there's a desert, there's an ice thing, as in like to collect ice. All those things, that one that just got caught on was to the desert. There we go, come on. So it goes all the way out here. That one's the ice, the glowstone. Hey Carly, I was just going through the the EF Guild area, just showing how amazing some of the builds are over there. So, down here, copy of Red Dead Redemption, nice. So I've got this is where my Froglight farm is, so what's the word, magma blocks fall down here, they spawn and then fall down. If they're bigger than the little ones, then they kind of go, let me snooze that. So they fall down there. So these big ones, they get caught in the snow, powdered snow, and they start freezing, taking damage. Perfect timing. There we go. And so then even these medium-sized ones, they're just big enough to clip into the powdered snow, and so they'll start freezing. And now all the small ones, and now the frogs all go and eat them. And then under this carpet there is the hoppers. So it picks up all the frog lights, and then they come into this shulker storage. And we have frog lights. That's amazing getting Red Dead Redemption on Xbox. I bet they're excited. Yeah, so that's the Froglight farm, and I just kind of cleared out this area mainly because I felt like it. Basically. This is where I got the netherite upgrades on, like, day 2. Minecraft on Xbox 360. Oh, that'll be sweet. So, have this. I think it's this way. One time I'm not wearing gold. The reason why I'm not wearing gold is because I kind of died and lost all my gear. Including the boots. So this, I've got a blaze farm and individual modular with a skeleton farm. So this is a modular design by Arch Thunder that I've modified. So only with the skeletons can spawn on there. Oh, frog lights are a little inferior to, so all of these are spawn spots, all marked out and everything. That was before Arch Thunder came out with his ideas on how to figure it out. Frog lights are slightly inferior to shroom lights, but they're also awesome. Yeah. got some wither skulls and skulls in there. And then I got this super smelter here, which the items, let's see if I can show it. So I've got the blaze rods, so it's all powered by blaze rods. The reason why it's that many is because that's, I don't know, it works out so that a shulker gets done by multiples of the blaze rods. Anyway, so you put your items in there and then it goes right to the end. And then once the items get to the end, it gets registered by this comparator. So once it hits this item here, so these, all the hoppers are locked, and then it gets registered, and then the signal goes through there and then unlocks all the hoppers, and so they all fall down, and so you can smelt a shulker very, very quickly. And then above here is the blaze farm. Can I get through? Yes. So we've got our blaze farm in there. It's not the best blaze farm. I won't be building it exactly this way. Again, the 2x2, they get stuck on that. So that is annoying. Ew. So each time you have to rethrow the tridents. Yeah, so it's annoying having to rethrow the tridents every time, but due to the changes that Mojang made, that's what we got to do. And there was a bug before where you couldn't just throw them in like this. Oops. Why trapdoor? Because when I built this, trapdoor trident killers were working just fine. I remember I built this well over a year ago. And so, like, it's suboptimal now, but it gets the job done. So if I stand over here, anyway, so basically what happens, there we go. So they spawn in and get killed basically instantly. That's what I was going to show. Shopping district, real quick. Didn't go over 600 carts. Yeah, no, I won't be going anywhere near that. No lag here, Red. No, lag's not an issue. No one's lagging. So this was another thing. We have open nether access through there. Bit of fun. Can close it and open it on both sides. Dickie did the thing, and then I've left this open. I normally close that, but I left this open because I've got a here. So it's both passive and active. So it'll passively grow if you're in the area and then deliver the twisted vines in there. Or if you want it to go faster, you can do that. And for some bizarre quasi connectivity reason, that one keeps flipping down. Anyway, so I'm going to leave that one open. These are all empty and in our storage. But that's how I got all the twisted vines for all these tunnels. Thanks, Rusty. Appreciate it. So over here we got this one. I was pretty happy with that door. So if you step on either of them, it opens both the doors. It's just a simple mechanism underneath. So we've got all the wood types in here. Sold many thousands of diamonds worth. And then we've got light shop here. This light shop was built by a guild member in my absence, and it's there. And then we also have shulker shells, which a diamond per 64 and a diamond block per beacon. I don't know, I feel like my prices are okay. So then Jess has built this. We got gambling over here. It's important to have good farms. Yes, this is shopping district. This one, I like this one. So Lumi built this. It's, let me see, can we get, there we go. So let's jump in. And it's a whole journey to get into the shop. Hopefully it still works. I'm sure it does. There we go. So then, like, you do your shopping or whatever, and then press the button. Does it work? Yes, it does. And it takes you all back, and it's a whole journey. Like so. Now, personally, I would have built a cart yeeter there, but that's how it's done. So we've got some cool builds in there. Obviously got the casino. Take a look real quick. So, love the messages up here. 99% of gamblers quit before winning big. You got this, keep going, don't stop, believe. You are 30 hands away from being a billionaire. You can only lose what you have, but you can gain infinite dollars. So there's gambling stations here. Knowing how these all work, I won't be spending any diamonds here. But it's pretty cool to use the 7 banners. That's very clever. So I wonder whether it'll ever be finished. It's very casino. I'll grant you that. It's been very well done. I like it. It's good fun. So then we have like, there was an auction here and no one delivered. So even though I bidded 64 diamond blocks, it's not being delivered. So yes, we got a cow with a meeting a gruesome end. Oh, hang on, this one. Let's see if I can get it. Nope. Unfortunately, due to my ping, it's unlikely. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Oh. Almost got it. Anyway. Yeah, it's not designed for ping efficiency. There is another way up there, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. Got this resin and pale oak shop, dodgy Dan's, which Carly has done, like using the mini blocks to make it look like stuff's falling off the back of the truck. It's pretty cool. This has had a whole lot of cool sales and everything in there. And I think if we come around here, it's like it's crashed. There we go. Dan's van. Unfortunately, looks like it's been in trouble. Crashed through a wall. Stops counting at 1,600 diamonds. That's crazy. Mobby lobby. So, in the shape of a skull. I wonder whether Dan's or what did I call it? Woodstock. I wonder whether Dan's or Woodstock made more diamonds. Reckon it'd be pretty close. So all the different stuff in here, you just kind of gotta trust. It's there. We got a sniffer permanently being given a ride. Another one of Carly's shops. Very cool. Then we got, this was all Chibi's stuff. Very inefficient use of space, because like this whole area is literally just like diamond in there, drops down some slime, and then you pick up the stuff from there. The owner does, that is. And then, yeah, so that, I think there's something in here. Yeah, there's some more mud and stuff there. Poor sniffer. And then, holy shiitake. Had some mushrooms in here. Another member that left. And we got the iron golem. Let's come around this side. Got the iron golem. Can't quite get the scale. Oh, it's like the Atlas golem. I never noticed that before. It's like the golem's holding up the roof. That's pretty cool. Mutton is live. A diamond for 16 iron blocks. Next season, it's going to be a bit cheaper than that. And then one of our guild members, Corrupt, he's got his terracotta in there. Got Red's head. We finally got a... Better not say it until... Yes! We finally got a redstone shop that actually... actually stocks. And yes, that's Redstone Slime's head. And then this one here, which is a great shop that is very rarely in stock. Oh, they did put some. Look at that! Yeah, because no one needs rockets, come on. So, I wonder... Ah. Yep, so they left the crime scene here. Here was... One of the members had his one and only death in here when his friends were just mucking around, and two of them hit him at the same time when he was AFK. It was a whole saga. So mini blocks and stuff in there. I may or may not have patronized this area a few times. Thanks, Red. Good builds. Oops. Come around this side. More iron in there. This one was here right from early on. Red selling netherite, like 6 diamonds per ingot. It's very good price. Yeah, no, I never buy rockets. I always have creeper farms or other gas farms or creeper farms. I always have plenty of gunpowder. And then Super sells all the books in here. Bookstore, so the idea being that you would pull them out from the things or from inside the chests. That was cool. So at one point I was the mayor of this area and knew everything that was going on. The chained mail. Yes. That's a Scotty invention. It's very BDSM, isn't it? And then he's got ice cream for sale. All the different flavors of ice cream. Oh, he always has his Church of the Latter-day Saints. That's... Right. That put me out one door and out through another. Anyway. No soup for you. Soup Night's Kitchen. And the Apple Store, which... Did he end up selling... No, no golden apples, just apples. Yeah, I always struggle with Flight 3 because that was never finished. Simply because... I think that's not finished either. Simply because, like, I spend so much time flying on short things from place to place. And so I never really worry about inventory efficiency. just have a shulker with the in there. And someone spammed the concrete shop. Actually, this one's one of my favorites. Just because of how ridiculously cheap. Don't tell him because I want him to keep his prices. But like a diamond for a stack of copper bulbs. Like 1 diamond per stack of copper bulbs. Some waxed, some unwaxed. Like, prices here are ridiculous. Like, ridiculous in a good way. And then there's more up here. Here we go. Got different leaves and stuff because I didn't sell leaves in Woodstock. But yeah, crazy prices. Ah, yes. And the pet store, this is Supers. He's had to go to bed, but all the different armors and aquarium decorations. Let's see, there we go, got corals and stuff like that was in here. There's all different harnesses, and yeah, it would be good if we could harvest them efficiently. Someone, oh yeah, glass shop. And then Carly's wool shop, which I'm sure made a lot of diamonds. got a gem sheep. Hello. So what is that? That's a new one. I don't remember seeing this one. Enter shop, fly through mouth. Is this a new one? Rockets, ender chests. Huh. Here you go, max elytras. Wish I'd known this was here. Wait, where's the mouth? Do you fly through it? I don't see how you fly through the mouth. You can't fly through the mouth. Oh. Just over here. Because this is yours, isn't it, Kana? Where you put in... It was kind of gambling, but oh, that's right. Scratch tickets and everything. Using the lotto and everything, you put in the things and... Yeah, nice. And so, yeah, I may or may not have played this a few times. And got some, like some netherite ingots and stuff very, very cheaply. But yeah, so this is the shopping district this season. What? How did I manage to not die? Where's the... Oh, there it is. Pretty sure Arcus built this. Because that's their house. And so when I was riding a pig for one of the challenges, dropped him down there, had to ride a pig to the shopping district. Max build and Hawkone provides the stock. Yeah, that checks out. So yeah, we have the spawn and everything. We got this is the actual spawn house itself, I think. Barn built this. Oh no, that's not Barn, that's Red's. Yes, this is Red's. This is yours. There's traps in here. I'm not gonna race up here because that one got me. When I was testing it out for Red, just like you kind of go up and joint straight in there. Yeah, that's your house. Yep, I mistook it for the other one. There's all kinds of traps in here, so I'm not going to spend any time in here. I'm going to get out. I don't want to have to be rescued. This is the one that Barn built for the actual spawn portal. So there's our spawn portal. There's skating rinks and all kinds of stuff. So that's Chibi built that house over there. Alright, so here we are back at Home Sweet Home. Hello, Horseshoe. Yeah, this is what we finished on stream, the Pit of Wolflandia. Let's go here. Speaking of trial chamber, there's one just there. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to finish this one off. Would have bugged me if I hadn't have been able to. Whoops. Still can't fly properly. Alright. Got our doggo here. And let's finish up where it all began. Oops. And pants. Oops. Boots. Oh, no. Boots. There. Is that it? No, put them on. There we go. Streamlight Farm can also be in the end. Nice. Even with the build limit. So this Cuchulain's Fury, so this particular sword, it's like I had it like right at the beginning. That was my first sword, and it like I died and lost it, and I thought it was gone forever, and then like 6 months later, I got killed by a husk wielding it, and so that's how I discovered it back. Don't put that there. Let's stick the rest of the stuff into here. Probably put a sign down somewhere. Alright. Getting a bit emotional. Oh, let me gather my thoughts. That's funny how how we've both got the copper cape. Even though, have I got an elytra on? Oh, I do. There. Oh, thanks very much, everyone. Far out. Didn't expect it to hit me like this. Because, like, we're literally going to be off for like a week. But it's been an amazing season. It's been awesome, everyone being here. I started streaming this season. Started on Twitch and everything. You guys are all awesome. Appreciate you all. We'll be off for about a week. I'll be working on some videos and stuff in the meantime. But then we're starting a brand new season with a brand new team and everything. Some of whom are in chat, Kana and Carly. So that's going to be awesome. I don't have any nitwits. I already killed them all. Brilliant. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being on stream. Thanks for keeping me company. Appreciate you all. Take it easy. Catawolf signing off for the end of the season. That's it.